In other business news, miner South 32 says it's essential for all economic stakeholders to work together to make the most of enterprise and supplier development programs. This emerged on the second and final day of the 2025 Buy Local Summit, hosted by Proudly South African. Business reporter Ntokozo Khumalo has the details.
The mining industry plays a vital role in driving localization by ensuring that small and medium-sized businesses can be part of the value chain. And I am here with Dr. Oupa Nkgagisang for a little bit more insights into that. Thank you so much for talking to us. South 32 is a major miner and player in the mining industry, but there's a lot more to what you do than just digging the ground. I think we can walk and talk about how you ensure then that localization is within your value chain.
No, thank you so much for having me. I think it is important for us to know that, mining houses and mining industry is one of those industries which have to contribute to the communities. And as part of what we are doing at South 32, and in particular with Hillside, is that we're doing quite a lot of work. And amongst others, what we do as well is that we produce these aluminum ingots. That we also produce liquid aluminum, which we supply to our downstream partners such as Yobingelela, who are actually manufacturing alloy wheels. And I'm sure you are always proud to see your car looking snazzy with those alloy wheels.
How do you then make sure that your enterprise development and supplier development with what you invest in there really does bear fruit in terms of transformation, getting more small and medium-sized businesses into the value chain?
Look, there's two things in this regard. And the one is that, often when people look at the value chain, they're looking at it from the products that we manufacture, where we have downstream partners that we supply to. But also we have other entrepreneurs who are doing other type of initiatives other than what we actually are doing in the space. And hence Hillside have actually sponsored or at least developed about 700 entrepreneurs, and we spend something like 700 million for that type of work to happen. We also made available 140 million in loans that these companies are able to really prosper and do what they need to do. Remember, some of the work that we do, it is also within those communities. The communities must be better off for us having been there, like in the health space, in the education space, and that is why we try to create that resilience in that space. And for us to be in such a space, it is a good space, albeit in tough times, but we try as much as we can to make sure that we do absorb all the pressures that we have.
So creating that resilience, but also still creating those jobs, because it's not just the ones you employ at South 32, but those indirect jobs as well in those communities. As we wrap up day 2 of this summit, key takeaways for South 32 and the way forward in driving localization?
Look, I think one of the key takeaways in driving localization is that we've seen so many talented young people showcasing their work. We have seen so many businesses that are showcasing what they are able to do. And I think the platform that Proudly South African has created, and also through the help of partners like South 32, and in particular Hillside, has actually given us the impetus to continue to do what we do well.
Thank you so much for walking us through that. Of course, Dr. Oupa Nkgagisang is with South 32 and just giving us an idea of then in the mining industry where companies there are ensuring that they are able to continue to drive localization. For Newzroom Afrika on channel 405, I'm Ntokozo Khumalo in Johannesburg.